Hello, Wesley Grove and our YouTube family. I just want to take a moment to let you know that we're spotlighting today Mr. Shon Johnson, who's actually spotlighting one of our very own as well. So I took the opportunity because it was very interesting to find out a little bit about him and kind of share. It was very interesting. So I figured, why not spotlight one of the spotlighters? So Shon, it is truly a pleasure to stand here and as you had interviewed our spotlighter, I said, this is very interesting. So what is it, or what is your inspiration? Now, tell us a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about myself. I'm homegrown in the city of Walterboro, South Carolina. Grew up in Eastside Acres on Henry Street. And so I'm homegrown in Walterboro. I have worked here in the school system for about 23 years now, coming up in February. A lot of people that have graduated in the past 23 years know me as Mr. Johnson, so I'm no stranger to the community. I love my little country town of Walterboro, and I now reside in Somerville with my wife and our 3 children. We have 3 children. They're 11, almost 10, and almost 2. And so we stay quite busy. If we're not for work, we're quite busy. Yes, ma'am. We stay on our feet. So I attend Word Ministries Christian Center, where I serve as one of the assistant pastors there in Somerville, South Carolina, under the leadership of Apostle George Hamilton. And so that's just me. I'm just an open book and love to have a good time and love to enjoy life to the fullest of my ability.
I'll try not to get you preaching or praying.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You know, because we always need prayer.
Yes, ma'am.
We always
Definitely,
need prayer.
definitely.
So I'll try to stick to what I have.
Okay. Not a problem.
You weren't expecting this.
Yes, ma'am. Totally unexpected.
But I figured, why not spotlight you?
Yes, ma'am.
Since
yes,
you know you're doing about the same thing that
yes.
we want to do.
Absolutely.
And so spotlight you, so then that way the community to know that they can also reach
Yes.
out to you and
That's
try
right.
to get themselves on
Yes,
the
ma'am.
spotlight. So now, what was your inspiration? First, tell us what the name of your business is.
The name of my business is Johnson's Spotlight. It's Johnson's Spotlight. It is an online YouTube channel, venue where we just highlight different individuals. It's no cost to come on Johnson Spotlight. If you have a business, or you don't have to have a business, if you're just somebody in the community that's doing something that's impactful in a positive way, then we want you to be a member or be a special guest on Johnson Spotlight. Like I said, you don't have to own a business. You don't have to have won the lottery and been some superb person, philanthropist that's giving back. No, you can just be a small individual who is doing something impactful. We want to highlight the positive things in the community that are going on, and just bring you on as one of our special guests to be on Johnson Spotlight.
Okay, all right, I like that. So now, how did you get the business started?
How did I get the business started? Honestly, it was 2022 in February of 2022. Started out in January with just a thought. I said, it came to me, and I believe in divine intervention.
Absolutely.
And so I just feel that God gave it to me, an idea to start interviewing people, just start talking to people. I love to talk, okay? So why don't you put what you love to do
Absolutely.
to your mission and start doing it. And so, like I said, I love to talk to people, and I just sat down one day and just started writing out stuff, what I was gonna do and who I wanted to interview, and just went from there. And it just started, and I ended up, my very, very first person that I interviewed was a former student of mine who has a business. He's from the Cottageville, Roundel area, but he has a business, and he lived in Texas at the time, where he was making shirts and stuff. Christopher Liner, he's a Liner. Ms. Mamie Liner's grandson was my very, very first guest on Spotlight. And Christopher came on, and he said he wanted to be on, so we interviewed him about his business, where he's making t-shirts and doing all different kind of stuff. And so I did that interview. We went and edited. My wife, who does all of my flyers and everything to advertise, she is over my media part of my Johnson Spotlight. she ended up getting a flyer together, and we just started advertising that he would be our special guest. And we just went from there and just started having different people come in. We even had a product of Wesley Grove that was one of our special guests on the spotlight. Dana Frazier, she's Malden right now.
Yes.
Mr. Nathaniel Frazier and Miss Dorothy Frazier's daughter. Yeah.
Okay.
And so we had her on here, her business, and she was one of our special guests at one time. So we stay in the community. Wherever the community leads us, that's where we go.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, all right. Now, do you have a mission statement?
The mission statement is basically to interview individuals that have intriguing topics that they want to talk about, you know, or they have businesses that they want to talk about. Then those are the people that we want to interview, and we want to interview them to help boost them to get their business out there, or help boost them to get them known in the community, you know. In this global society, we need to support each other, okay? Nobody's on an island alone, so therefore we want to boost you, to promote you, so that others can see what you're doing, and then those others can support you in that what you're doing.
That's right.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's how you ended up being a spotlight.
Exactly, yeah, that's how.
You didn't realize it.
And it's divine intervention, people. I'm telling you, God has a way of doing things.
Yes.
I came to interview someone, Mr. Frazier, and Miss Joyce was here to interview him as well. So she just started and said, well, you can be a part of we'll interview you. I'm not used to sitting on this side where I'm being asked the questions.
You're in the hot seat now.
I'm in the hot seat.
I was going to say, but we're in a place where Buddy will keep it cool.
Oh, he'll keep it cool.
So then that way we can.
Therefore, it's very cool in this place.
So then that way it won't be
it
too
won't
hot.
be too hot, no way.
So now, what is one of your goals in doing this spotlight?
One of the goals is to reach as many people as I can.
Okay.
You know, if I'm a giver, and I feel this is my way of giving and impacting my community.
Okay.
You know, if I had $1 billion, I'd give out, you know, just try to support every business I can. I don't have $1 billion yet, but what I want to do is be able to impact and be able to be that vehicle, prepare that platform so that people out there can come in, sit with me and talk and tell those out there about what they've got going on. You know, and then what I'm going to do is promote it. I'm going to promote you on social media as much as I can. You know, I had a call the other day from a young man who lives in Atlanta now, but he is from right here in Walterboro. And he said, Mr. Johnson, he said, I saw this video that you did, and I thank you because that's impacting our community. Y'all know there's so much negative stuff going around in the community. When I say the community, I mean the black community, I mean the white community. We don't discriminate. We have blacks, whites, Hispanics, anybody that you want that want to come on Johnson Spotlight, you're welcome. But we have so much going on in our global society that we need we need in Colleton County, I have had people from Dorchester County, we need positive impact from people that are doing things to help positively impact our community. But the young man saw a video that I did, and he was so grateful. He said, because you're putting us on the map, particularly Colleton County, that we're doing positive things in the community. So that's what I want to do. That's my goal, is to highlight the positivity. Everything is not negative. If you focus on the negative,
that's what you're going to get.
That's what you're going to get. But if you focus on the positive things, then in turn, that's what you'll get. Yes, ma'am.
See, I'm going to throw this one in on you.
Okay. Oh,
what's
boy.
your greatest achievement?
Ooh, becoming a father and a husband.
Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's my greatest
That's a good answer.
achievement.
I like that
Yes,
one.
ma'am.
I like
yes,
that
ma'am.
one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I waited for 32 years before I got married, and I prayed for my wife. I prayed that God would send me somebody because I told God, I said, you said in your word, because you got to give God his word, not that he's absent-minded or got Alzheimer's and forget, but you give him his word back. And he said that his word will not go out empty nor void, but it's going to accomplish that which you would have it to accomplish. So I said, you said it's not good that man should be alone. God, I need a help me. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, and then God sent me a help me, you know. Then I wanted children. I wanted my kids. I wanted somebody that could carry my name, somebody that looks like me, somebody that I can look at them and be like, oh, I did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And they doing that because I did the same thing. So therefore, I wanted to be a dad. And God has blessed me with 3 beautiful children. You know, sometimes I look at them and be like, but I love them. They my heartstrings, you know. So.
And that's how they get you every time.
Every time, especially that girl. She's the only girl in between 2 boys. Oh my goodness.
Just talk about that.
And all she got to do is say, Daddy.
See, all I had to say was, brother.
Exactly.
And then Mom be like, no, I'm not having that. Not in
Not
this house.
having
No.
that. Yes, ma'am.
So that's great, though.
Yes, ma'am.
And see, I told you, I was going to try not to get you preaching, but
Yes.
you see,
Yeah,
we don't depart from it now.
That's right. Yes,
so,
ma'am.
So I'm happy doing something up in here. So I appreciate that.
Yes,
one,
ma'am.
Shon.
Yes,
that
ma'am.
was a good one.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
now, how can our viewers get in contact with you?
Get in contact with me. Send me an email. Johnson's Spotlight, 1, @gmail.com. That's very simple. Just send me an email. Say, hey, I want to be a guest on Johnson's Spotlight, and you're there. If you want to send me a message on Facebook, you can. I'm on Johnson's Spotlight as well. You can send me a Facebook message there, and I'll respond to you. Instagram as well, we're there. Johnson Spotlight. So any social media outlet, not on Twitter, or we're also on TikTok, Johnson Spotlight. So
Okay.
if you want to reach me, the email is probably the best, and I'll get your email and be able to respond to you. But I look forward to anybody, you know, reaching out. It's free. There's nothing to come on there. I'm not asking you for your money.
Correct.
I'm just asking you for about 10, 15 minutes of your time.
That's right.
That's all. And we can do it through Zoom.
Okay.
You know, I will travel to you if you want to do it in person. Do it in person. But if not, we can do it on Zoom. I send you a link. You sit down, and wherever you are. You know, I've had people, like I said, from Texas, from Colombia, from New Jersey. We've in Spotlight those people on our Spotlight, but we can do it like that. Thanks to the virtual social media technology.
Thank God you have a high-tech person at home.
Yes, thank God. My son, my oldest son, is my videographer.
Yes,
so therefore,
yes.
he makes sure that I'm able to record things and get them right, and he does my editing. So I'm grateful for that.
See, I might have to call on him.
There you go.
We're still learning. We're
That's
still
it,
learning.
absolutely.
So I appreciate that. So now, before we close on that, is there anything that you want our viewers to know, or anything that we hadn't touched on at this point?
I don't know if there's anything I want that we haven't touched on. We touch on a lot. But I would say encourage them, be kind to one another.
Yeah.
Be real. If you're not going to be real and if you're not going to be kind, then don't be at all.
Oh, absolutely.
You see, we got too much fake and phony stuff going on in this world.
Yeah.
But just be real.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to live for God, live for God. If you're going to live for the devil, go on out there and have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
But then stay away from God.
But then stay away.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, whose side you gonna be on? You know.
See, now I done had
Stay-
two songs
see?
in my head.
So you had 2 songs in your
Let
head.
it be real.
Let it be real.
And whose side are you on? See?
She gonna take us out, close us out with a
No,
song.
I can't do it. I'm not
can't
gonna
do it.
They'll be like, she's singing up at her church. We're not gonna do
Yes,
this here.
man. But just be yourself. I mean, you know. And if something's not right with yourself, change yourself. Look for change. You know. You know, a lot of people we have a lot of things going on in this world. Mass shootings everywhere.
absolutely.
You know. Pay attention to your mental health and other folks' mental health. You know, things around you. If you see somebody in your family, it's time out for our families, particularly black families. We're covering it up. You know, they just a little off, or they just a little different. Get them people some help. Okay, get them some help. And I say that because, you know, a lot of things can be avoided, you know, if we get help for it and if we talk to somebody. You know, ain't nothing wrong with having a counselor. Ain't nothing wrong with having a therapist. You got to, you know, people going through grief, people going through hardship. You may need somebody to talk to. Now, I'm no licensed counselor or nothing. You know, I'm none of that, you know. But I'm encouraging you all, go out and find somebody to talk to, you know. find somebody to talk to. And if they can't help you with good advice,
Right.
cut them off and find you somebody
Yeah.
else that can give you some good advice, that can help you along the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mhm.
All right, well, Mr. Shon Johnson,
Yes,
it
ma'am.
has truly been a pleasure sitting here
Yes, ma'am.
with you today.
It's been a pleasure
And so
meeting you. Yes,
we
ma'am.
hope that this is not the last
It
time.
won't be the last time.
And so we will be in contact if we need to. And please, everybody, reach out to Mr. Shon Johnson at Johnson Spotlight. We are just Wesley Grove United Methodist Church here, just trying to spread a little love out here in the community. But we have our big timer here. So we always say when you're not United Methodist, you got a sister church. Well, this is my brother church right here. So we want to make sure that you please go out and just reach out to him, spotlight yourself, let people know what you're doing. When you're doing something positive, that's what you need. That's what we need. We need a light that will shine. And it said, let your good works speak for themselves. And that's what we have to do. If you have something you want to share, reach out to us. And we will look forward to hearing from you. If you want to get in contact with us, you can email us at wesleygroveumc@aol.com, and we can get you in contact with Mr. Johnson. And so any way that we can reach any of the people that we have spotlighted and you need to get in contact with them and you can't get to them on their form, just give us a call. You know, we love you guys out there, and we're looking forward to just sharing the platform and sharing and learning something new. I learned something new about the spotlighting here today, and I intend to learn more. So I thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.